Good afternoon. This is Akashvani, and I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. President Droupadi Murmu says providing dignified life to persons with disabilities is the responsibility of entire society. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar says through G20 presidency, government aims to make world ready for India and India ready for the world. Centre imposes restrictions on import of laptops, tablets and personal computers with immediate effect. Allahabad High Court allows ASI to conduct survey at Gyanvapi mosque complex in Varanasi. In badminton, Kidambi Srikanth, Sindhu and Priyanshu Rajawat progress into singles quarter-finals of Australia Open, and in hockey, Men's Asian Champions Trophy to begin in Chennai this evening. India to take on China in the opening match. And now the news in detail. President Droupadi Murmu has said providing a dignified life to the persons with disabilities is the responsibility of the entire society. Addressing the Golden Jubilee celebrations of National Federation of the Blind in New Delhi today, President Murmu said the visually impaired people do not require sympathy, but an equal opportunity in the field of education and job for their empowerment.
भारत के दृष्टिबाधित लोगों सहित दिव्यांगजनों की काफी बड़ी संख्या है। हमारे इन भाइयों और बहनों को गरिमापूर्ण जीवन देने की जिम्मेदारी सरकार के साथ साथ पूरे समाज की है। हमें ये सुनिश्चित करना है कि सभी दृष्टिबाधित व्यक्तियों को उचित शिक्षा प्राप्त हो, उन्हें रोजगार के अवसर मिले, सार्वजनिक स्थान सुगम हो तथा वे टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से सुरक्षित और बेहतर जीवन जी सके।
The President said the government is making continuous efforts for empowerment of persons with disabilities through various initiatives. President Murmu inaugurated International Literature Festival Unmesha and Festival of Folk and Tribal Performing Arts Utkarsh at Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh this afternoon. The three-day event have been organized by the Ministry of Culture in association with Sahitya Academy and Sahitya Natak Academy. Speaking on the occasion, President Murmu said, literature shows the mirror to humanity and takes it forward. She said Utkarsh means progress, and the progress of the tribal group will lead to the progress of the country. The President said it is the responsibility of all of us to preserve the tribal tradition, language and culture.
भाषा को संजो के रखना हम सबका कर्तव्य है, क्योंकि अभी हम ऐसे अमृत काल में पदार्पण किए हैं। आगे जाकर मुझे लगता है ये जनजातियों का भाषा, उनका संस्कृति, परंपरा उज्जीवित होके रहे, लोगों के सामने उसको और भी विकसित हो। इसके पूर्व उनको संरक्षण करना, संजो के रखना हम सबका दायित्व है।
State Governor Mangu Bhai Patel and Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan were also present on the occasion. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar today said through G20 presidency, government aims to make the world ready for India and India ready for the world. The minister was addressing the Think 20 summit, an official engagement group of the G20 at Mysuru in Karnataka through video conferencing. He said India that you see in 2023 is a very different India than what it was in 2014.
Our effort is really to use the G20 to make the world ready for India and India ready for the world. One would be really to highlight the importance of getting the G20 right, because the value of the G20 in today's international relations is really huge. The gridlock today in the UN Security Council and the UN system actually makes the G20 even more important than it would be otherwise.
The External Affairs Minister said India has adopted an unconventional approach to its presidency, making it much more connected with people. The External Affairs Minister also addressed the 9th Confederation of Indian Industry, India LAC Conclave in New Delhi today. Speaking at the event, Dr. Jaishankar said the bilateral trade between India and Latin America and the Caribbean countries or LAC, has surged to $50 billion in the fiscal year 2022-23. The minister also noted that in the last 9 years, there have been 34 high-level visits between India and LAC countries.
Over the last 9 years, since Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been at the helm, our ties have actually moved on a new trajectory. Indeed, India's relationship with the region is being nurtured across the full spectrum of the Indian leadership. Latin America and Caribbean regions have witnessed notable engagements with 34 high-level visits, which include 6 visits each from the President and the Vice President and 4 from the Prime Minister.
The centre has imposed restrictions on the import of laptops, tablets and personal computers today with immediate effect. In a notification, the government stated that the import of these items would be allowed against a valid license for restricted imports. However, exemption from import licensing requirement is provided for import of one laptop, tablet and all-in-one personal computer, including those purchased from e-commerce portals through post or courier. Exemption is also provided up to 20 items per consignment for research and development, testing, repair and return, and also where item is an essential part of a capital good. The Lok Sabha has been adjourned till 2 p.m. following opposition parties' protest over the issue of violence in Manipur. Members from Congress, DMK, TMC, JDU and others trooped into the well, raising slogans. They were demanding Prime Minister Narendra Modi's statement in the House over the Manipur issue. Amid their continued sloganeering, the presiding officer tried to run the question hour, but in vain. Later, the House was adjourned till 2 p.m. The Rajya Sabha also witnessed protests from the members of opposition parties over the issue of Manipur. When the House met this morning, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar disallowed the adjournment notices moved by the opposition members on Manipur and other issues. Derek O'Brien of TMC said people want to hear about the Manipur issue. He appealed to find a solution to end the logjam to have a discussion on Manipur. Leader of the House Piyush Goyal said Manipur is a sensitive issue and the government stands with the people of the state. He said the government is ready for discussion.
Manipur has always been a very sensitive issue for all sections of this House. The government has been very proactive in its actions, and right from the day one, we have been requesting all the honourable members through you, sir, that we must have a wholesome debate on this subject. We must send out a message appealing for peace. We must, all of us collectively, work towards peace and stability and bring back that healing touch to Manipur.
Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge reiterated opposition parties' demand to have a discussion under the Rule 267 by suspending all the business of the House. The chairman said everyone wants discussion on the issue and it has been accepted without any time constraint. The opposition members from Congress, TMC, DMK, RJD, Aam Aadmi Party and others started raising slogans demanding the Prime Minister's statement over the issue. Later, the opposition members staged a walkout from the House. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi today accused the opposition of not allowing the Parliament to function properly by making different excuses. Talking to media outside the Parliament, Mr. Joshi said the government is ready to discuss every issue in the House. The minister expressed confidence that the National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023 will be passed in the Parliament as many parties are supporting the legislation. The government has said that 38 lakh street vendors have been benefited from PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi PM Swanidhi scheme. The scheme was launched in 2020. This was stated by Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Singh Puri while replying to supplementaries during question hour in the Lok Sabha.
Today I can say out of 42 lakh which was the original target, about 38 lakh street vendors have already benefited from the scheme. And I'm very happy to inform you that whilst the target is 42 lakhs and we are moving quickly in that direction, for our internal purposes we've already started talking about not 42 lakhs as the objective and target but 50 lakhs also. और मुझे यह honorable member को बताते बहुत ही खुशी हुई है, इसमें से 41% of the loans have been given to our sisters, our महिलाएं जिन्होंने ये लोन लिए हैं.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at Air News Alerts. The Allahabad High Court has dismissed the Anjuman Mosque Committee's petition challenging the Archaeological Survey of India ASI survey of the Gyanvapi Mosque complex at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. The committee's plea that the survey may damage the structure has been dismissed by the High Court, paving the way for the conduct of the scientific survey. In its order on 21st of July, Varanasi District Judge A.K. Vishwesh had directed the ASI survey of the Gyanvapi complex on an application moved by 4 women on the 16th of May. Its purpose was to undertake a scientific survey of the mosque for ascertaining whether the present structure was constructed over a pre-existing structure of a temple. The Anjuman Mosque Committee had challenged the Varanasi District Court's order in Allahabad High Court. Talking to media persons today, Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain, representing the Hindu side, said, with the High Court's decision, the Sessions Court order to conduct ASI survey stands upheld.
कोर्ट ने उनकी जो पिटीशन थी 227 की उसको रिजेक्ट कर दी है, तो आज का इम्पैक्ट ये है कि एसआई सर्वे तत्काल प्रभाव से चालू है। आगे के लिए मार्ग प्रशस्त हो गया है, क्योंकि अंजुमन इंतजामिया का आर्गुमेंट सुप्रीम कोर्ट में यही था कि हमें हाई कोर्ट जाने का मौका नहीं मिला। तो हाई कोर्ट ने उनको पूरा सुना और सुनने के बाद जो उनकी एप्लीकेशन थी, उनकी पिटीशन थी, उसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया और साथ ही साथ जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट का फैसला था उसको तत्काल प्रभाव से प्रभावी कर दिया। इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने ये कह दिया है कि आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया द्वारा सर्वेक्षण शुरू होना चाहिए और डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट का जो फैसला है वो तत्काल प्रभाव से प्रभावी हो चुका है।
Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said that 1,000 Khelo India centres will be opened across the country by the end of this year. Mr. Thakur was replying to supplementaries during the question hour in the Rajya Sabha today.
2014 से लेकर अब तक खेलों को लेकर इतनी गंभीरता से काम हुआ कि देश की पहली नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स यूनिवर्सिटी अगर किसी क्षेत्र के लिए दी गई है तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट के मणिपुर के लिए दी गई। इसी साल 2023 में देश को 1000 खेलो इंडिया सेंटर्स दे दिए जाएंगे। 227 खेलो इंडिया के स्मॉल सेंटर्स हमने नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए दिए हैं। ये जो प्रोजेक्ट हैं 75 प्रोजेक्ट, जैसे हम आजादी का 75 वर्ष मना रहे हैं, वैसे 75 प्रोजेक्ट नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए 520 करोड़ रुपए इसके लिए खर्च हो रहा है।
On to sports. In badminton, India's Kidambi Srikanth, PV Sindhu and Priyanshu Rajawat progressed into the singles quarter-finals of Australian Open in Sydney today. Kidambi registered win over Chinese Taipei's Su Li Yang in second round of men's singles. Rising shuttler Priyanshu Rajawat overpowered Chinese Taipei's Wong Zhu Wei in pre-quarter-finals. He will take on senior compatriot Srikanth in the clash of last 8 tomorrow. However, Mithun Manjunath lost to Lee Zi Jia of Malaysia in the round of 16. In women's singles, 5th seed Sindhu defeated compatriot Akarshi Kashyap in pre-quarter-finals. In hockey, 7th Men's Asian Champions Trophy will begin in Chennai this evening. 6 teams, India, Pakistan, South Korea, Japan, China and Malaysia, will vie for glory in the prestigious 10-day tournament. 3 matches will be played today. While India will take China, Pakistan will clash with Malaysia. South Korea is scheduled to play against Japan today. Asia's oldest football tournament, Durand Cup, will begin today. A total of 43 matches will be played across 4 venues in Assam and West Bengal, which include Guwahati, Kokrajhar and Kolkata. In cricket, India will take on West Indies in the first T20 international of 5-match series at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad and Tobago today. The match will begin at 8 p.m. Indian time. Key domestic benchmark indices fell more than 1% in afternoon trade. The BSE Sensex tanked 745 points to trade at 65,038 a short while ago. Similarly, Nifty 50 at the National Stock Exchange tumbled 208 points to trade at 19,319 around the same time. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Droupadi Murmu says providing dignified life to persons with disabilities is the responsibility of the entire society. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar says through G20 presidency, government aims to make world ready for India and India ready for the world. Centre imposes restrictions on import of laptops, tablets and personal computers with immediate effect. Allahabad High Court allows ASI to conduct survey at Gyanvapi Mosque complex in Varanasi. In badminton, Kidambi Srikanth, PV Sindhu and Priyanshu Rajawat progress into singles quarter-finals of Australian Open. And in hockey, Men's Asian Champions Trophy to begin in Chennai this evening. India to take China in the opening match. And with that we end the midday news.